Hey guys, Silver here, and aside from Sonic, Puyo Puyo is my second favorite Sonic Team series. I just love the challenging and satisfying puzzle gameplay, combined with the creative and wacky characters and lore of Puyo Puyo. And ever since the success of Puyo Puyo Tetris 1, Sega has been more open to embracing the series outside of Japan, as they localized Puyo Puyo Esports, made a sequel to Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 that actually released around the same time if not earlier than the Japanese version, as well as they created an Apple Arcade exclusive game that I'm still angry I can't play. Oh, and we also got Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 on the game keycard, that's fun. Despite these efforts, however, Sega and Sonic Team still have a long way to go to make Puyo Puyo as prominent in America as it is in Japan. And there's really no better time to do so than in this year's 35th anniversary for Puyo Puyo. So today I'm here to discuss some of my hopes and predictions for Puyo Puyo's 35th anniversary. Starting off with the first prediction, I think we'll get some sort of Puyo representation in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Recently, Sega and Japan have launched a collaboration campaign between Sonic and Puyo Puyo in order to celebrate both anniversaries, and in this collaboration it mainly consists of merch and pop-up stores, which makes me pretty jealous that I don't live in Japan. But besides the point, I think all of this is leading up to a Puyo Puyo character being added to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I say this not only because of the logo for Cross Worlds being leaked in a promotional piece for the anniversary collaboration, but also it just makes perfect sense. Sega for the past few years have really been pushing for Sonic to be more popular in Japan, with some minor success like Sonic Frontier selling well over there. But it's also clear that Sonic Team have been hoping that adding more of their popular IPs in Japan like Yakuza, Persona, and Miku and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds would entice players to get the game. Well, if they want to appeal to the Japanese audience even more, adding Puyo Puyo to Cross Worlds would be the right call because of how popular the series is in Japan. Seriously though, Puyo is extremely popular in Japan. It even has a reference in Evangelion. And with Cross Worlds being pretty popular in America, adding a character like Aurel, Ringo, Amity, or Carbuncle would get more eyes on the series and make it more well known to Sonic fans. And with Knights already being in this game, it's been shown that players want these more obscure Sega characters to be in the roster. So I think it'd be criminal if we don't get a Puyo Puyo character in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, especially considering that Sonic Team also makes the Puyo games. On to the next and most important thing I think we can expect this year is a new game. Now I am a bit worried that there are no current plans for a new game anytime soon, considering that we just got an updated version of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 for the Switch 2. And not only that, but puzzle games in nature can't really have tons of different entries releasing frequently without getting stale, as they were already kind of pushing it with Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, even though that game is still peak. But regardless, I think it's time for a brand new game that features a new art style, a new cast of characters, a new story, and most of all, don't make it another Tetris crossover. Seriously though, stop using Tetris as a crutch. I know releasing a brand new Puyo game without Tetris in America is very risky considering how niche of a concept Puyo Puyo inherently is, but I promise you, if you advertise it right and actually show off the characters and story more prominently, it'll show to the more casual Sega fans that Puyo is more than just a simple puzzle game, and I can assure you that this game will sell decently and turn a profit. And they can even ensure this game's success more by adding some collab characters like Sonic, Shadow, and Miku, since all of them already have official designs in the Puyo art style. In fact, going back to Sonic, even though I prefer if this was just a Puyo Puyo adventure, I also really love the idea of the next game being a crossover between Sonic, and including a story where Aurel, Amity, and Ringo team up with Sonic and his friends to stop Dr. Eggman and Dark Prince from teaming up. You'd be killing two birds with one stone, because not only would Puyo Puyo get a new game this year, but Sonic would have a new spin-off releasing alongside hopefully a new port or remaster if the next mainline Sonic game still needs more development time. And for Sonic, this would also act as a brand new Mean Bean Machine game. What I'm trying to say is Sega just needs to get creative with making Puyo Puyo more popular instead of just using Tetris as a crutch for the rest of the series. There is a special Japanese broadcast happening for the Puyo Puyo 35th anniversary in February, and there's a slight chance that aside from the usual Puyo Quest updates, we'll get an announcement for the next mainline game, and there have been a few reports and leaks that multiple Puyo games are in development, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Hey guys, Zai here. I was brought on to discuss Quest since I know quite a bit about it, as while many Western fans seem not to be aware how important it is to the anniversary. If you don't know, Puyo Puyo Quest is the gacha game of the series, only in Japan, and while something is just a game with the cool costumes, I mean, yeah, it is really much more than that. Did you know that the 30th anniversary of Puyo Puyo was the Quest renewal? An update that rehauled the entire game and introduced the story mode and characters? Yeah, if you're wondering if Tetris 2 was the quote-unquote big game, it was not. It was the Quest renewal. Back on topic, Quest is going to play a huge role in this anniversary, and they just have to. With the stream coming up, it will be dedicated mostly to the game, which I'm really excited about. It is a very safe prediction, trust me. I watch these all the time. Though I still hope for something cool beyond that. Just tame your expectations. I don't expect a new game announcement right here. Save that for Nintendo Direct. The fact that you are promoting this to English fans despite being Japanese only broadcast got me giddy, as if, yeah, we are including you guys too. For my general wish list upon this anniversary for Quest, it is getting some much needed alts for some of these characters. I can name so many, and it seems Sega is actually listening with these recent alts. And I think they're gonna go all out this year. Western fans beg for certain characters to get love, and Quest is the place. Trust me, you guys will be surprised. I mostly want Toa to get an ult, which is very likely. Plus, story mode has been filler, so please get back on track. Even though the Chronicle and 7 chapters were pretty fun, just get back on track. Just give me the Rukia backstory and let lesser known characters more time to shine. As for dual cards, can we just not? Power creep is coming to this game, and it's scaring me, it's driving me crazy. Let's just make Satan and Eclo the only card of its kind. As well, to go along with the whole Sonic x Puyo collab, I have a strong feeling that Sonic will get a Quest event. Listen, we get a lot of these collabs in a short amount of time, and Sonic has always been there and makes sense for a rerun, especially for this year. Plus, the crossover alts have such amount of detail and love, it is simply not a crime to not rerun this, especially since these two series are celebrating their anniversary on equal terms. My last point I'll bring up, I just want to say some of these characters will have to appear in the next Puyo Puyo game. You guys have seen these guys before in Champions and Tetris 2, and these characters will before the whole Quest renewal. It is 2026, we have new characters, and it just makes sense to plug them in to represent the current era of Puyo Puyo. I've been noticing in the promo material Altari is proudly there, which gives me hope that she is just as important to the main cast despite being quote-unquote mobile-only character. So yeah, I'm really confident they're gonna put her in. Unsure if they're gonna plug in a handful of Quest characters since there is quite a lot. And if we do have a limited roster, I'll be fine with just the main important characters. So yeah, Rukia, Seo, Poobot, Hachi, and Zero. If they develop this game at the same time with the most recent Quest updates, I feel like Toa, Ten, and Isin might get in. But I won't mind if they're DLC. Not only are these characters part of Quest's main story, they have pretty established fan bases that make a perfect addition to a new game for the anniversary. Plus, some of these guys are already icons in Puzzle Pop. I feel like they're gonna put them in. I rest my case. Thank you, Silver, for letting me chime in, and I really hope I give some insight on Quest.
But anyways, I really hope Sega does something cool for the 35th anniversary of Puyo Puyo because I love this series and this series deserves it. But anyways, shout out to my friend Zai for helping me out in this video. She makes a lot of great Puyo related content and she's a great member of the Puyo community. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what are your hopes for the 35th anniversary of Puyo Puyo.